Wait a minute, Chicago. Who do you know at Colson College in Chicago?
Nobody, but Mom said they called the house and made this incredible offer. Athletic director.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. I can't figure out how they heard about me, though.
Who cares? It's a great opportunity. Are you going to take it?
Okay, he must be out for those tests.
Come back here.
Come here.
Get in here.
I can't work in these kind of conditions. What are you trying to do to me? What's that? This would be my checkbook. You couldn't pay me enough.
Thought we were friends.
We are, but there's some... Just be quiet. Let's get to work. We don't have a lot of time.
Time for what?
You understand, of course, my position is difficult at best.
You want to sue Scott Baldwin and win. What's difficult?
Well, one branch of the family finding fault with another branch. And of course, there are the feelings of the child to consider.
In any custody dispute, the welfare of the child is going to be the court's only concern.
Serena is my grandniece. Just how difficult is it going to be to gain custody from her natural father?
Not easy. But you are a blood relative, and you have ample means to support the child. If we had some compelling evidence of abuse or neglect on the part of the father, does such a thing exist?
Hi, Scott.
Hello, Eve.
I'll make this quick. I need a favor from you. Another one.
Oh, I hope you're keeping track of these. What's up?
You know something about me that no one else knows. And I need to make sure that it stays between you and me. Can I count on you? What?
Well, you know, what I do know about you is pretty sketchy already.
Well, you know that I had a date with an old flame, and it went badly, and you figured out who it was.
Bennett Devlin. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody.
Thank you.
Though I would like to punch him in the nose every time I see him.
Oh, I've never seen anyone talk to Ben the way you did that night.
Who the hell does he think he is anyways, huh?
Took me a long time to figure out the kind of man I was dealing with. You had him pegged in 2 minutes flat.
That's because I'm such a good judge of character.
Lucky me.
The burden of proof is on the plaintiff. It's up to us to prove that Scott Baldwin is a bad father. There may be no case at all unless we have evidence to support that claim.
Oh, I don't think we'll have to dig too deep.
Are you pursuing this case on behalf of the mother?
Unfortunately, she's dead. So my grandniece has only her father to rely on.
And you think that's not enough?
Baldwin, I'm afraid, never recovered from his wife's death. He never had what you would call a very savory character, even when she was still alive. I don't think we'll have much trouble finding people in this town to attest to that.
For example?
Baldwin used a child before as a means to financial gain.
Can you prove that?
No problem. Excuse me. A babysitter of one of his other victims.
He just wanted custody of Jason so that he could get his hands on that child's trust fund money. After Susan was murdered, he forged power of attorney papers. He embezzled money out of that sweet little boy.
She is willing to testify. The Jason mentioned on the tape is Jason Quartermain, the son of Alan Quartermain.
Do you believe that you can convince a court that you're a more suitable legal guardian for the child?
Actually, I'd prefer the court to grant custody to the child's biological mother.
I thought you said Serena's mother's dead.
Dominique died, yes, of cancer. But even before she died, Baldwin was already starting to set the stage, if you will, by making such statements as, who will I have once you're gone? Why couldn't we have ever had a family? So forth and so on.
He wanted a child.
And so did Dominique. She did love him after all. But she was dying. She could never carry a child to term. The possibility of her cancerous cells contaminating any surrogate mother was just a risk she was not willing to take. So she needed to find a healthy, willing donor with a match that was close enough to convince her husband that she had finally given him the child he was demanding. No one knew at the time, but Dominique had a half-sister. Her name is Danielle Ashley. Dominique found Danielle and convinced her to donate an egg.
Fascinating.
Yes, it is. And since that time, Danielle has come to know her daughter, and she's very concerned. At the time she agreed to help her half-sister, she obviously didn't consider the consequences, nor did she realize that Baldwin was only after a Stanton child to strengthen his hold on the Stanton money.
Dominique had a lot of money?
Her estate was worth well over $100 million when she died.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. Too much not to tempt a man of Baldwin's character. Danielle told him and the surrogate mother the truth, but they treated her brutally. But I have conclusive proof that Danielle Ashley is the biological mother of Serena Baldwin, and I want you to do whatever it takes. I will make sure you have whatever means you need, for the child's sake, of course.
Doc, what are you doing here?
Collins Kevin, subdural hematoma. That's me.
I know. I mean, of course I know that. It's just, Tess, I hate Tess. You know, I always got sweaty palms and got nauseated in high school with You're supposed to be out on testing. Tess, you're supposed to be out all morning taking tests.
Lucy, aren't you going to introduce us?
No. Of course I am. What am I saying? Silly me. Tina Chow. This is my doc, Kevin Collins. Tina is a business associate of mine.
What kind of business?
Banking. Tina is a brilliant business banking associate of mine.
Why don't I go get something to eat somewhere?
Yeah, right, but you know, Tina, we have a lot to discuss, so don't go far. You know, a lot of brilliant business banking decisions need to be made. Right.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Tina the one who helped you renovate the lighthouse? And she's gone into banking?
She is such a versatile lady, isn't she? You know, you gotta go. I'm gonna go and actually find the person who needs to take you to take all those tests. So you do good on your tests, and I'll be back. Bye.
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 Let's go.
Oh, Dr. Devlin, hi. I have to thank you. He's doing so wonderfully. Kevin is just remarkable. He's walking, he's eating.
He is making a remarkable recovery.
Well, that is just so wonderful. Oh, listen, by the way, since you're here, there's something I needed an answer to, and I thought I would ask you. I mean, I don't know if you can give me an answer, but since you're the surgeon and all, I thought you probably could. I mean, I'm probably not going to have to go to anybody else for a second opinion.
On what?
Well, you see, Doc, that's Kevin. That's my little nickname for him. We were going to go away on sort of a romantic getaway to celebrate the fact that he survived that horrible fire. But thanks to you, he survived it. And, well, you see, the point I'm trying to make, there is no point. What I was wondering is, you see, I was wondering when we could resume, well, technically we're not married, so, when could we resume almost marital relations?
You mean sex?
Yeah, but not now. I mean, I don't mean right this minute. I just mean when, you see, I have this friend, Audrey Hardy, and she went through the same thing that Doc went through. Well, and it took her a long darn time to heal.
Well, I'm familiar with Mrs. Hardy's case, and her injury was more severe. The circumstances were quite different. Dr. Collins had the benefit of an OR, and, just be gentle.
Oh, thank you. That is so wonderful. Thank you, thank you. That's great. Excuse me, but thank you. Ta.
Fire service must have picked up your story.
Must have been a real slow news day.
It's because you're a hero, Frank. You thought of other people's welfare before your own. It doesn't happen that often.
You don't have to be a hero to be an athletic director.
You're a leader. People want someone like that on their team, leading their team. You deserve a chance like this. You'll do a great job.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
Frank, that's silly. Why would I want to do that?
Why would I want to leave?
To do something for yourself for once.
And you'd let me go?
I couldn't lay some guilt trip on you to make you stay.
Julie, the job sounds great, but it's not my dream. And playing football at Notre Dame was just a way to pay for school. I wouldn't have minded playing pro for a couple of years, but I wanted to be a doctor. When my chance went by, I helped Joe get his shot. Now look at him. I like my life here. I like it better all the time.
You're turning down the job?
Guess you're stuck with me.
No, not there. Forget it. Just leave it.
Tina, what are you doing? Come on, we don't have all day.
This is crazy. It's hopeless.
No, don't use that word. I don't believe in using that word. I don't even know the meaning of that word. Listen, Kevin's going to be here any minute because he's finished with those tests, and Grace is going to occupy him as long as she can, but he'll be here any second.
Lucy, people have asked me to decorate doghouses, barns, but I am not a miracle worker.
Yes, today. Think of yourself as a miracle worker. You can work magic.
Magic.
Yeah. Tina, listen to the room. It's calling you. Tina, make me beautiful. Fix me up. Do it for Lucy. Do it for Kevin. Do it for your portfolio. Do it for the money.
The muse has spoken.
Go, girl.
Come here, guys. I know what we're going to do.
I love watching miracles happen.
I know I promised not to try returning any favors, but if you ever need anything down the line.
Well, now that you mention it.
I knew it. You want me to wash your truck, right?
No. Two things. First thing, I've had as many meaningful conversations that I want to have. So promise me this will be the last one.
I'll try. Favor number 2.
Make sure you get the chrome. Now I got something else.
In your dreams.
I need you to mail this letter for me. It's for Serena's school. If I don't get it done, she won't be able to take this trip.
You'll never hear the end of it,
Right.
I know. Consider it done.
And these. And thank you.
I was thinking maybe we should take one more walk back to the nurse's station.
No.
Okay?
Ye God's grace, you're wearing me out.
I mean, you know.
How many times have we taken that walk? Why don't you do it with a hole in your
Such a
head?
hard time. Well, enjoy your stay.
Hey. Ow. Lucy?
I'm in here, Doc. Just follow the rose petal.
Oh, my. I'd say you've really outdone yourself this time.
Well, you know, we were planning that romantic getaway to the plaza, and since we couldn't go to the plaza, I figured, why not bring the plaza to you? Would you get in here while the water's still warm?
It's locked.
What? It can't be locked. I didn't lock the door.
Well, then it must be stuck.
Oh, pooh. I wanted you to discover me. You should see me all covered in bubbles and nothing else.
Well, I can still discover that. Just come open the door.
Oh, okay. But you have to promise first. Promise me you will not open that door until I get back in. Otherwise, it'll ruin the entire effect.
All right, I promise.
All right.
Lucy? What's wrong?
Oh, Doc! You're not gonna believe this, but I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
Yeah, see, I was just trying to, you know, be sure the temperature was okay and pushing that little shower thing to make sure it didn't hit us in the head. And then, okay, I admit it, my toe got stuck in the faucet.
Lucy, don't say anything more. My head hurts when I laugh.
Well, then don't laugh. Just get me out of here, please. Oh.
You've always put other people first, especially your family, even if it meant putting your own life on hold. I don't want to be one of those obstacles.
First of all, my family has never been an obstacle to anything in my life, and neither are you. Now, this job is an obstacle if I can't have you with me.
Wow. Hey, so what's new on the home front? Frank was just offered a wonderful position as athletic director at Colson College in Chicago.
When do you start?
Actually, I'm not going to take it. I've got too much going for me right here in Port Charles.
Well, I say good for us. Julie and I would hate to lose our favorite slumlord.
Watch yourself, Eve. I'm sure there was a compliment in there somewhere. You have time for coffee?
Always. Just don't give up, do you? First, Frank's story gets newspaper coverage because you have a friend at the Chicago American. And I'll just bet that you arranged for that job offer by pulling some strings with another one of your cronies.
You're so quick to think badly of me.
I wonder why.
I think we both know why. I'm not blaming you.
We had a deal. Leave Frank and Julie alone.
Didn't you hear me say I was leaving Port Charles?
You don't have to be in the room to cause damage, Ben.
I profoundly regret that I've made you able to say that with such conviction.
So, what do you think? Do we have a case?
I'll study my notes, and I'll get back to you.
You don't sound very convinced, Byron. May I call you Byron?
Custody cases are difficult. Scott Baldwin is a lawyer. A good one.
This case is worth $100 million, and that translates into a hefty fee. Remember that. I mean, can you imagine all that money in the hands of someone like Scott Baldwin, a man who convinced his dying wife to give him a child so that he could steal their money, a drug user?
Drugs?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to come out. I wanted to wait till I had absolute proof.
Information is power, Mr. Stanton, and I'm going to need it if I'm going to win this case.
How can I best put this? Scott Baldwin is no stranger to recreational drugs.
Are you sure?
He's managed to keep it hidden, but it's only a matter of time before it's found out.
Mr. Stanton, I think you have an extremely winnable case here.
And Mr. Rollins, I think you're about to make partner.
What are you doing here?
Are you scudding by osmosis?
Am I doing the right thing?
No more advice from me, remember?
Come on, Joe. You're my friend. What's your opinion?
Okay, on what?
On me going up against Bennett Devlin. It's my word against his.
So what?
So Kevin could have almost died, and someone has to be held accountable.
Yeah, the person that needs to be held accountable is the person who lowered his head and opened his IV line, not you.
I know, but what if I am starting a fire that I cannot put out?
Karen, if you don't fight this,
Then I could kiss it all goodbye. I have no choice.
Ugh. Doc, a person with her big toe stuck in a faucet is not an amusing thing.
Well, it is if you're on my side of the door.
Oh.
How'd you manage that again?
Well, I was trying to be sure the little shower button was pushed in and the temperature... Never mind. Just get me out of here. I'm getting cold and my bubbles are de-fizzing. And besides, I'm turning into a flesh-colored prune.
Oh, I was wondering what we were having for dessert.
Would you stop? Just please call someone to get me out of here.
All right, locksmith, plumber. I have you know now, nobody's going to ogle my fiancée while she's wearing nothing but melting bubbles.
Kevin Collins?
Now, welder's torch may cost you a toe. That's not good because then you'd have to wear orthopedic wedding shoes.
Would you stop teasing me? I was just trying to show you a good time.
Oh, I'm having a ball. I just wish you could enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Oh, you better stop it. That better not be a raisin joke.
It's not. I'll call someone.
Kevin.
You know, I'm not actually having a conversation with the door.
Well, I was going to ask that, but first I really must inquire about the decor.
Audrey? Audrey, is that you? Help me. I'm freezing to death.
Lucy's... her big toe is stuck.
And you're not going to help her because...
the door is locked from the inside.
Dare I ask why she's in the tub?
Well, obviously, I was trying to surprise my Kevin.
And she succeeded beyond her wildest dreams.
Audrey, you must have one of those magical mystery little keys to unlock anything, right? My non-judgmental, non-laughing friend?
I certainly do.
Are you laughing? You are. You're laughing at me, Kevin. Is she laughing at me?
Careful.
No one's laughing, Lucy.
What a pleasant surprise. Howdy there, partner. What can I do for you?
I want to go.
Oh, well, that would be down the hall, second door on the right.
No, I came here to tell you what I need to get started.
Here. That can't be too comfy.
Eve, where did you just go? Oh, Eve, are you snooping around? Oh, it's too high. Too high up there. Too high. Too high. Oh. Whoa. Oh, I've never seen the lighthouse look like this. Oh.
be a doctor. The rest of it, all the politics and the backbiting, that's not what I signed up for.
All right, then let me play devil's advocate here for a moment. You do have a choice, right? There's no rule saying that you have to defend yourself against Evelyn's charges.
Oh, what do you see as an alternative?
You sit tight, and you wait for your reprimand or whatever it is, and you wait till people move on to something new.
Is that what you think I should do?
I'm giving you one possibility, one suggestion. This will blow over in time, whether you lace up your boxing gloves or not.
No. Absolutely not. Joe, I cannot sit back and take the fall for something I didn't do. No. Kevin will be done with his tests very soon. I'll go see him.
What are you going to tell him?
I'm going to tell him the truth. I don't want him believing that I made the mistake that almost cost him his life.
Most people would relish a soak in a hot tub.
Well, hot would be the opposite word. It's not. My poor toe.
Oh, dear.
Everything all right in here?
Don't you dare come in. You stay out there. I'm all pruny and wrinkly and squeaky.
Now, this is going to hurt you more than it hurts me, all right? Are we ready?
Okay.
Okay. 1. Oh, my goodness. 3. Oh, dear. 34 years of working in General Hospital, and this is the first toe I've ever had to pull out of a faucet.
Well, aren't you the little lifesaver? Thank you. Audrey, I do hope that you're very discreet about this. You know, I would hate for you to tell anybody like Kathy Bell, you know, the PR queen from hell.
Oh, no. My lips are sealed. Here's your towel, and you put your robe right here.
Thank you. Ta.
Thank you, Audrey.
Oh, thank you. I needed a laugh.
It's just one of the perks of life with Lucy.
Yeah.
You know, you really do look wonderful. Just seeing you is an inspiration to me.
Oh.
We had pretty similar operations, you know.
Well, despite the fact that my procedure was performed by an intern wielding a power tool.
Let me ask you, when you were injured, did you experience any dreams that were out of the ordinary, unusual, but strangely lucid?
I don't recall any. Have you?
Oh, once, right before surgery.
What do you need? 40,000 to start.
See. Which includes?
Running a lab space, computer time, equipment, supplies.
You seem anxious to begin.
Well, the sooner I get started, the sooner I get my share, the sooner I can pretend that you and Danielle were nothing but a bad dream.
You don't know how it warms my heart to see you dig in to make this enterprise a success. Although I have been hoping that you and Danielle would kiss and make up. Fresh blood is always good for the gene pool, don't you agree?
When do I get my money?
Tomorrow morning should give me sufficient time. Drink?
Whiskey. I should take a check.
You do that?
Mm-hmm. I'll go down to the PC Federal, open up an account in the morning, and we can make deposits if you're traveling, for instance.
Traveling? That would be a euphemism for leaving town, right?
Right.
I'm shattered. Did you think that I would leave you holding the bag when the bills came due? Don't you trust me?
Not as far as I can spit.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I'm seeing things. It's like somebody slipped me something.
What, like poison?
I don't think it's poison. I don't feel like I'm gonna die or anything. I just feel wild.
Drugs?
Probably.
Oh, my God, we have to get you to the hospital. You need to be evaluated. Come on.
I have a little clarity right now. I gotta tell you this before I start hallucinating again. You gotta get to the school and pick up Serena. She's stayed over for some kind of a Halloween thing. Okay?
Okay.
Well, I don't want her to see me like this.
Why don't you just have your security men pick her up?
No. freak out.
Scott, I can't leave you like this.
Take her to the park. Okay, I'll give you the secret word. She trusts you.
No, I can't leave you.
And then Lee and Gail will be home later. Okay, the word. The secret word. You've got to tell her. Star. Stardust.
I hate leaving you like this.
No, just go. Go.
All right. Sit back.
No, you don't.
Fluids. No medications.
Tell Serena I love her.
Ooh, what is this?
So, what do you think?
I think all my brain activity just stopped.
Oh, good. I didn't ruin our post-operation, pre-honeymoon, New You celebration, did I?
No, it wasn't typical, but then I wouldn't have it any other way.
You really mean that, don't you?
Ooh, watch the head.
No.
I better. What?
No.
She says it's urgent.
Hello?
Thank God you're there. Listen, you need to get to the lighthouse right away.
Who is this?
It's Eve Lambert. It's Scott. He's in pretty bad shape. He's sick and he's alone and he asked me to pick up Serena.
What about Serena? Is she okay?
No, yeah, Serena's fine. It's just that Scott cannot be alone right now.
Okay, then I'm on my way right away.
Okay.
Why'd you say my daddy's not fine?
Doc, Eve really sounded worried. You know, Scott's in some kind of trouble or something.
What kind of trouble?
I don't know. She just said he was sick.
Well, what about Serena?
She's okay. Eve's with her, but someone's got to be with Scott, and I got to go. I'm so sorry.
No, go. I'm fine.
Okay, well, will you at least hold my place, please?
You bet.
Okay, see ya.
All right.
Ah, Joe. Have you seen Karen Wexler?
She's visiting Kevin Collins.
Oh, to check on his condition, then.
Yeah, and to review some pre-op work that she did for him.
I see. She wants to explain what happened to his line herself.
Yeah, but that's just it. She can't explain it to him because she doesn't know how it happened.
I don't know what's happening in this hospital.
Oh, I'll tell you, there's been one thing after the other since the very first day.
And now Karen.
But Karen doesn't lie, and she owns up to her mistakes.
I certainly trust your judgment. I owe my life to it. And I do know Karen myself.
Should she just keep her head down and her mouth shut?
You mean because Kevin is recovering well and the whole thing might die down? Well, if Karen is not culpable, I have 2 words of advice for her. Dr. Burgess. If Ellen hadn't fought back, a brilliant career could have been tainted or ruined. When Steve was alive, things were so different. General Hospital was about healing. That's what brought the brightest interns here, and that's why they stayed. With all the malpractice threats in the air, it's a wonder anyone learns anything about good old-fashioned bedside manners and listening.
Amen.
You tell Karen to stick to her guns. She is doing the right thing.
Karen?
Hi, you're awake.
I thought you were that scary night nurse. Come on closer. I'm not contagious. Unless you know something I don't.
This is a nice room here.
All for naught.
You're doing great.
Dr. Devlin says I'll live. Is there something you want to say?
Kevin, I don't know how much you know, but I swear to you, I did not make that mistake with your IV.
Mistake?
Right before your operation, I was assigned to start an IV and set the flow.
Right.
But the next thing anyone knows, it winds up being wide open. Here. I raised your head. They came in to find your head completely lowered. And no one was seen around the IV stand except for me. I was the last one to check on it.
So I was in crisis in the OR.
Yeah.
And now you're the one taking the fall.
Kevin, I swear to you, I did not make that mistake. I would not do that.
Karen, I was awake. Don't you remember we even joked about how high to elevate my head? Now, I don't have a grasp on much else, but I remember that clear as a bell. Have you spoken to the nurses?
Yeah, no one saw a thing. Correction. They saw me leaving your room before all hell broke loose.
So now you're facing an official review.
Yeah.
This may not be what you want to hear right now, but you could be making too much of it. Even if there was a mistake made, there's no one on that board who hasn't made one.
Oh, no, but I'm a doctor.
Doctors make mistakes all the time. And this one turned out fine. The patient lived.
I hear what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. Except that I'm not going to take a fall for something that I swear I did not do.
Now you remind me of your father. But on you, the tenacity looks good.
To think you were dead. That duck out there's mean enough to bite. What were you doing?
I'm sorry.
Listen, we have some overdue business to talk about, some family business.
We're gonna have to talk about that later.
I know you mentioned that maybe I could come back and work for you, but I don't feel good about that until I explain to you why I never told you about Karen.
Oh, look, Rhonda, we're gonna have to talk about this later.
Yeah, you mean I have to just sleep it off? Hey, listen, I'm an expert at this, right? You know, I know hammered when I see it.
I'm not drunk.
Look at Scott. I know that thing with Serena, the kidnapping, was very upsetting, but it's over. Alcohol's not the answer to this.
I saw a doctor. I've got to drink fluids. I'll talk to you later.
Scott!
Oh.
Scott, are you okay? Say something. I'm going to call an ambulance.
No. Rhonda, put the phone down.
I've got to do something.
Come here. Come here. Let's come here.
Who do you want me to call?
Just talk. Just stay with me for a minute. Oh, promise me.
What?
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
Okay, I won't.
Just promise me.
I promise I won't tell a soul. Scott? Scott, are you okay? Scott. Liquids. No, that's all right. I'll clean it up. Just lean back here and rest until the room stops spinning.
Oh, it's worse than that. The walls are breathing. And you came to help me. Dominique. That is you. It's been so long.
Scott, stop
you're scaring me.
I knew you would come back.
You told Lucy there's something wrong with Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong?
Have you ever heard of the term under the weather?
No.
Well, it means when you're feeling kind of yucky.
Is he going to be okay?
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. I examined him myself, and I am one hotshot doctor.
Really?
Really. But since he's feeling a little bit tired, he thought that it might be a good idea if you went to Grandma and Grandpa's to spend the night.
Can I go see him first?
I'll tell you what. He needs to get his rest, and so why don't you and I go to Grandma and Grandpa's house and make him a get well card?
Can we make a picture of Mommy's star?
I think he'd like that.
Wait, I have to find Mommy's star. There she is. Now we can go.
Okay.
Press 1 to hear today's remaining showtimes. Press 2 to purchase tickets. Press 3 for additional.
So there's no way around it.
Press 4 to repeat this menu.
No, I understand it. If anyone could find a loophole, it would be you, Jennings. Well, thank you for your time and effort. Ciao. Well, just as I feared. We don't have time for any action today. That'd be impossible. But my banker is working on having some funds transferred from an overseas account.
How am I supposed to work without any money?
Ooh, slow down here, son. You'll have your cash in 24 hours. Then the next move is yours.
You won't be disappointed.
Oh, I'm sure I won't. Till tomorrow, then. Personal check, right. Like I'm going to let them find me at the end of any paper trail.
What are you going to do about the job offer in Chicago?
I turned down the interview because I'm not interested in the job.
Are you sure?
Julie, I don't want to leave Port Charles. There are too many people I'd miss.
Hey, I just got a message from a man named Dorsey.
He's the recruiter from Colson College I told you about.
Well, he said because you won't go to Chicago to discuss the job that he's coming here.
Well, I better call him then and tell him to save his plane fare.
Well, it's too late because he's on his way.
Your shift ended hours ago. What are you doing here?
I'm on special assignment. It's a stakeout.
I must be doing something wrong. My duty is to make sure the interns are kept busy every minute of the day.
Well, you should pat yourself on the back for a job well done.
Well, if I'm doing such a bang-up job, how do you find the time to moonlight for the PCPD?
I'm not auditioning for the next Ironside. This has to do with hospital business. I'm waiting for Dr. Boardman. Got a bunch of brochures and articles about devices to help surgeons with disabilities.
Mark Boardman is not used to being challenged by interns.
Well, I'm getting pretty tired of being the invisible man around here.
Well, don't turn around, but your target is approaching at 11 o'clock.
I'll take it from here.
Good luck.
Dr. Boardman, I'd like a few minutes of your time, please.
Tomorrow. I got a busy night ahead.
Dr. Boardman, you either speak with me now or I'm going to go straight to Dr. Quartermain.
This Dorsey sure is persistent. I mean, how many times do I have to turn this job down?
This is so flattering.
You have a big shot coming from Chicago to beg you to change your mind. I love it. I'll keep laughing. This guy obviously has a nose for talent, Frank. I mean, he knows you'd make one hell of a football coach.
You've already proven it.
Julie, I coach kids baseball. That's not exactly the same thing.
They have taller athletes in college, that's all.
Hey, guys.
All right.
Promise you won't move to Chicago without saying goodbye.
Well, I am putting my order in for season tickets.
Hey,
Hey, what's this about season tickets?
Oh, Frank here has been offered the job of athletic director at Colson College.
Would you stop? Hey, that's great. Listen, why don't you count me in for a couple of those tickets?
Yeah, you know, and actually, kid, you make sure mine are on the 50-yard line.
I'm gonna make sure they put you so far out in the bleachers you'll need binoculars to see the field.
So, what do you say?
As long as the guy is flying in, I guess I don't want to be rude.
You're a good friend, Julie, but I don't need a babysitter.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
Well, wouldn't you rather be with Frank?
I will be. Right now, I want to sit here and listen to you tell me whether or not you're okay.
I'm furious. I am angrier than I have ever been in my entire life.
Who are you mad at?
Chris Ramsey, my mother, myself, the world, my husband.
You have every right to be.
Damn straight I do. Jagger betrayed me. He betrayed us, and you have no way of knowing this, but we used to stand for something. For love and consistency and unshakable belief in each other. For loyalty, for monogamy. Haha. What a concept. He cheated on me. Over time. This wasn't just some fling. Or something he did because of some major drug bust and he had a big adrenaline rush and had a... No. This has been going on since med school. And the thought of their physical intimacy, that's horrible enough. But he talked about me with this woman. He opened up all of my shameful secrets and he dissected them over what? Pizza? I mean, how could he do that to me?
I don't know Jagger, so I couldn't say.
Yeah, take a number. I was held hostage. I was forced to relive the most humiliating time of my life by stripping at gunpoint. And do I warrant so much as a phone call? Oh, but then did I get a clue? No, I hop on a plane to San Francisco and wait for him to show up. He doesn't even bother to show up. Fran walks in with her own key to my apartment, and she just enjoyed the hell out of dropping a bomb on me. And when I try to confront Jagger about this, if you can call the way that we communicate a confrontation, does he deny it? Does he, God forbid, apologize? No. He just drops a letter in the mail like I'm some subscription to a magazine that he wants to cancel. Oh, boy. I bet you're sorry you asked.
Scott, it's Lucy. Listen to me. Dominique is gone. She's been gone for several years. Scott, you know that. You know that. Listen to me.
Like this ever since I got here.
Okay, Scott, let's get him to the couch. Let's sit down. I'm listening.
Okay, please promise me
Okay,
this.
go ahead.
Promise me that you're never, ever gonna leave me again.
I'm not gonna ever leave you. What's happening
I don't
here?
know. Maybe the pressure's finally gotten to him.
No. Scott, listen.
Wait till you see Serena. She's so beautiful.
You're killing me, Scott. Please don't say that. Call the paramedics.
He won't want me.
This reminds me of Vegas.
Scott, listen to me.
When I looked into
It's
your
Lucy.
pretty eyes.
Scott, stop. It's Lucy. Scott, listen to me. It's Lucy. I'm not Dominique. Do you hear me? Listen.
Lucy.
Yeah. It's me, thank God.
Dominique is here. She's here.
No, she's not.
I saw her. I saw her.
Scott, down. Listen, we're going to call a doctor, okay? Let's call a doctor. Get the phone. Look, we're going to call a doctor, okay? Scott?
My back. My back.
I saw a doctor. I saw a doctor.
What did you see?
Eve was here. He was here, too.
Why did you call her? Why didn't you just call me? We've got to get somebody.
She was here.
Yeah. How is he?
Exactly what needs my undivided attention this very minute.
I feel that I am not being trained as aggressively as the rest of the interns on rotation.
Given your physical limitations, there are only so many ways that I can use you effectively in the OR.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. So I put together this material for you. This is a brochure for a standing frame. It can lift a doctor to the height of the operating table. And the next one is a brochure for a stand-up wheelchair. It's got gas-charged cylinders and can lift a person to a standing position. It's not very expensive and extremely effective. That last one, that surgeon put sandbags on the wheels of his chair to hold it in place. And then they position the operating table so he can work directly from his own chair.
In a perfect world, there would be gadgets and doodads for every conceivable physical challenge. Blind surgeons would be able to operate in Braille. Unfortunately, we live in the real world. And don't get me wrong. I have a great deal of sympathy for the obstacles that you
I don't want your pity. And I don't need it either. See, when you look at me, you see a man with physical limitations, right? But when I look at myself, I see a doctor. A doctor with unlimited potential.
Have you always been this persistent?
When it's important, yes. Please look over that material. I'm sure we can find a solution that is mutually acceptable.
I'll take a look at it. When I have the time.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for giving Dr. Harmon a chance.
Doesn't know when to let go.
Well, he is an excellent doctor, and I'm sure that he can make a contribution in the OR. You won't be sorry that you helped him.
I never said I'd help him. I said I'd read his materials, that's all. Look, face it, Ellen. He caught a lucky break, even getting accepted into med
Well, a lucky
school.
break, he was top of
It's
his
not
class.
my responsibility to pave the way. I don't have time to take on charity cases.
Matt Harmon is one of the sharpest interns to come through these doors. With our support, he could become a brilliant surgeon.
Do you honestly believe that?
Yes, I do.
Well, that makes one of us.
I'm only meeting with Dorsey because he's coming all this way.
Frank, this could be the greatest job in the world.
I don't care. I like it here.
Yeah, but how do you know you're not gonna like it there?
He means he likes it here because of Julie.
I didn't say that.
Frank, a job like this doesn't fall into your lap every day.
I know. That's one of the things that bothers me.
All right, then give it a shot. 6 months, a year. Hey, if you don't like it, you can always come back.
Exactly. And plus, you two can see each other on the weekends if that's what you want.
Oh, right. I'll just tell Boardman to arrange her schedule so she has every weekend off. I'm sure he'll be very accommodating.
Frank, this will work out if it's what you want. Did you even ask Julie her opinion?
She didn't look very happy at the prospect of my leaving.
Did you ask her opinion?
I didn't have to.
Julie.
Joe.
Could we ask you something?
Go ahead. I'm fine. Go.
What's up?
Well, Frankie here seems to be suffering from a case of cold feet.
Oh, it doesn't sound good.
We were wondering...
Now, Joe was wondering.
Should he walk away from a golden opportunity or take control of his life and move to the wilds of northern Illinois?
I told Frank to take the job if that's what he wants. I'd miss you, but we could still see each other.
Plus, how can you turn something down before you even know what it is?
And until this morning, leaving Port Charles was the last thing on my mind.
Well, you know, that's how things happen in life sometimes, when you least expect it. Meet the recruiter, and then let me know what you think.
Do I have a choice?
Yes!
I'm really glad you're doing this.
Listen, he's been hallucinating. He's acting like a crazy person. He's weak. He can hardly stand up, and he's scaring me half to death.
Lucy, it's okay. Eve is here.
Well, can you actually do something for him?
Well, I can try. I'm going to check your vitals, okay?
Is Serena all right?
She's safe and sound with Grandma and Grandpa.
Does she know anything about this?
No.
Thank you.
Let's just get him to the hospital. Tell him he needs to go to a hospital.
No. No, I'm not going to the hospital.
She is right, Scott. You need a full exam.
No. No, I'm not going to the hospital.
Look at you. You're sweating. You can hardly stand up. You have to go to the hospital.
Okay, listen. I'm up. Now listen, Serena's gonna need her things, okay? She's gonna need Dirty Kitty.
I know where Dirty Kitty is.
Maybe Rhonda can drop the stuff off at Lee and Gale's.
Yeah, why don't I help you get it together? Okay, and maybe you should call Serena and let her know that Scott's feeling better.
I will call Serena. I would never forget to call her.
Oh, well, why don't we do it now before it gets too late? Okay? Go on.
Something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. Really serious. Isn't it?
So Dr. Boardman agreed to look at the articles.
I can't believe you had the guts to ask him.
Yeah.
How did you get his attention?
Well, I just told him I was tired of being ignored.
Oh,
You know, I am going to make that man change the way he sees me, whether he likes it or not.
right on.
Yeah.
Don't count on it. Mark Boardman is not about to do any favors for anyone.
Well, I'm not expecting any favors. I mean, I know he wasn't showing me any compassion tonight. He just wanted to get out of the room.
Doesn't that bother you?
I plan to stay on the case until he starts showing signs of enlightenment.
Well, you certainly have your work cut out for you.
I can handle it. How about you? You want some dinner?
No, actually, I'm going to bring a salad back to my room. I have some paperwork to catch up on. Thanks.
Well, it's been a long day. I'm gonna hit the sack.
Good night, Matt.
Okay, good night.
So how's Karen?
She's finally recognizing how angry she is with Jagger.
I don't blame her. I can't believe the audacity of that guy to tell her about Fran and a letter. And now this letter's being used against her at the hospital.
I don't understand.
I thought you knew. Chris took that letter out of her coat and is claiming that she's under emotional distress and that's why she made the mistake with Kevin's IV.
Oh, no.
That doesn't sound like Chris.
No, that sounds exactly like Chris. Good evening, doctors.
Oh, Dr. Devlin was just telling me how capably you assisted him in the OR.
Thank you. Hope to get the opportunity to work with you again.
Well, I do too.
Dr. Devlin, telephone.
Excuse me.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Dr. Devlin, it's Bob Dorsey. I'll be landing in Port Charles shortly. And I want to thank you again for your generous contribution to our athletic fund.
You can thank me by getting Frank Scanlon's signature on a long-term agreement with Colson College. That understood?
Something is terribly wrong with you. You need to see a doctor.
No, I'm seeing a doctor. You're here.
Scott, then let's just go to the hospital and we'll run some tests.
No. The hallucinations are gone. I'm okay.
Well, how are we going to find out what brought them on if we are sitting here in your living room?
I don't know. Maybe somebody slipped me something somewhere. Maybe it was those damn fish sticks I had for lunch.
All right, listen. I want to help you, but I got to get back to the hospital. Are you coming with me?
No, I'm not. Not tonight.
Okay, we have everything packed up. We even threw in a few extra goodies.
No, wait, Rhonda, before you go. I want you three to promise me something.
What would that be?
What happened here tonight, nobody will ever hear about.
Well, I'm going to have to fill in your doctor.
No, you're my doctor. So you have to give me your vow.
Scott.
No, please.
Scott.
Please.
Fine.
Rhonda?
Sure, Scott, anything you say.
Lucy?
No, I am not going to promise anything about something I do not understand.
Just understand that you need to promise me for that reason.
Just don't get upset,
Well, don't
okay?
get me upset.
Fine, pal, if it means that much to you.
And now, the real fun begins.